Hi, my name is Ajane Jimri, and I'm an actor, and I'm a movie fan, and I'm also a super fanatical uber fan of Ghostbusters. I've been a fan since I saw the movie at two. Um, I have never done this before. I am super excited to do this video. I've decided to talk about not necessarily a review, but talk about the long awaited trailer, theatrical trailer, and the long awaited direct sequel, um, in the timeline to Ghostbusters. That is Ghostbusters Afterlife, aka Ghostbusters 3 in my heart. But I just wanted to kind of talk about the trailer and just the anticipation of the movie. Now, one of the criticisms of Ghostbusters 2 is that, like, there are a lot of people that, you know, didn't think that Ghostbusters 2 was as good as Ghostbusters 1. And a lot of times, that can be the case with sequels. It's hard to, like, really match up to the original. Now, I saw Ghostbusters 2 when I think I was 7 or 8. My Aunt Masha sent me, shout out to my Aunt Masha, and I loved Ghostbusters 2. The River of Slime, and basically it took place 5 years later. It was still in New York, and the comedy, all the beat, it still had great comedy. Bill Murray killing it, Dan Aykroyd killing it, Ernie Hudson. To me, it was still a good movie. It was a great movie. I had all the toys, and I had the underwear, and the cereal. I had everything. Shout out to my mom, Cynthia Murray, for buying me everything and, like, just embracing me as a fan. One of the things that I think of when I think of this movie is that, like, because one of the criticisms is, like, some of the tone was the same and the same tenets. When I think about this movie, it is a completely brand new story, and it's gonna bring the new school with the old. I mean, first of all, it doesn't take place in New York. It doesn't take place like around the wintertime, around December. It takes place in the summer, and it takes place at a summer school, and it takes place in a small town. It is about, like, I remember Ivan Reitman saying, the first movie was about a group of guys starting going into business. The second movie was a love story, and this movie is about a family. And they're a family, picking up, going back to their roots, moving to this small town, and they have this grandfather and this father that they don't know anything about. They don't even know, according to the trailer and the reports, they don't even know that busting ghosts is even something that went down. But they're about to find out, not only do ghosts exist, but they're about to find out their family lineage and connection to the Ghostbusters. So that's a completely new first take on it. I was very excited. Cinematography is amazing, and it's very beautiful to see everything in this small town of Somerville, Oklahoma. It's just beautiful, and a lot of people have been commenting how it's just really different and unique to see the Ecto One driving around in a cornfield. We do see like two shots in the trailer of Ecto One. Now in this movie, we don't see anybody from the original cast in the trailer, and I must admit, I was a little bummed and I was a little heartbroken that we didn't see anybody from the original cast. We see a lot of the original equipment. We even see uniforms. But, I was minded, like, we just have to be patient. And I trust Jason Reitman that he has a really good story, and good things come to those who wait, and also who's very patient. And one of the things that I was always reminded of as I watched the trailer over and over again, because I've seen it like 100 times already, because I just know, like, sometimes you have to watch something more than once, and the more I kept watching it, I was getting into it. And in the trailer, so the actor one is like racing down the road, and you also notice that McKenna Grace's character has a proton pack. But you see all these old ghosts. You see Slimer, and you see the Terror Dogs. And I think, I'm just speculating here, but I think the connection, even though we don't see the OG cast in the trailer, I think, like Jason Reitman said months and months ago when it came down that he was doing this movie, is that he wants to introduce us to new characters, but also he wants to unwrap this like a Christmas present. And so I believe that the connection between the old generation and the new generation is like all you see all these old ghosts in the new trailer, and also like a little ways back in the trailer, like if you notice, McKenna Grace didn't even know what a ghost trap was, and so I believe the connection is going to be somehow, some way through a portal, or them, or maybe by them like releasing the equipment. Somehow, all these old ghosts are going to come out. Slimer, the Terror Dogs, and the connection between the old and the new. They're going to have to figure out like how do we stop this and how do we trap the ghosts, and then they're going to have to get in contact and bring in the original team in. And so I believe that that's going to be the link between the old and the new, the old and the Ghostbusters DNA, and this is how it's going to move forward in the new generation. I just want to shout out the Ghostbusters community and people that I listen to. I may mess up some names, but I listen to you guys every weekend all the time. I want to shout out Yes Had Some Podcasts, Craig and Jacob Walsh and Abby, and I just want to shout them out. I'll listen to you guys every week religiously, and there's going to be a special live podcast on Facebook and YouTube at 9 o'clock tonight here on the East Coast, 6 o'clock West Coast, and they're going to celebrate the release of this trailer. And I also want to shout out Matthew at Nerd News Today, and also I think the name of the podcast is never mind, I'm messing up the name. I may have to put that in later. But I just wanted to do this video and shout out everybody and give love to everybody in the Ghostbusters community. Bye, and I'll see you at the premiere of Ghostbusters Afterlife.